Like most cows, this mother is very protective of her calf.
This here's Oreo.
And you wouldn't know it by the spring in his step, but Oreo is lucky to be alive.
He was a little iced over more than everybody else.
He could have died.
With all the ice on, I thought, you know what, let's take you home and get the ice down the drain.
Moments after Nick Cobb posted this picture of Oreo's frozen face on social media,
quite a few people shared it.
He handed the day-old calf to his 8-year-old daughter, McKinley,
His ears were frozen.
who thawed him out in her own bathtub.
I was brushing him and checking on him.
McKinley is roughly the same age her dad was when he first faced what can sometimes be the harsh reality of life on the range.
And it's hard emotionally just to find him like that. There's nothing you can do. You did your best. You did your best you could.
Nick has weathered many storms in his years of helping run the family beef business, but he's never seen anything quite like the winter storm that slammed Washington earlier this month.
Mother Nature knocked us around this time and really smacked us upside the head.
As soon as the sun shed light on that dark and cold morning,
it was crazy.
Nick began searching for his herd.
Well, at one point in time, my dad was in a tractor pointing down to them so he can get them out of the snowbanks. And as he drove, the wind just kept blowing that snow right in my face.
Hour by hour.
I think we ran 14 hours and I burned a half a tank of fuel.
Calf by calf.
Sometimes you can save them, sometimes you can't.
Nick was in a race against time.
We got so much snow that we had to make roads and blade them out with the loader just so we can get into them.
Trying to save newly born calves from surrendering to the freezing temps, dumping snow, and sustained winds of around 30 miles per hour. Sometimes there was nothing he could do.
To come out and then get that wind that hit them, they didn't even have to stand a chance.
Nick wouldn't tell us how many of his cows and calves died during the storm, but when asked to describe the loss, he had only one word.
Devastating.
For Nick and the other ranchers and farmers who lost so much, their cattle aren't just a commodity, but rather an emotional connection.
I have cows in my herd that I take care of that I know their history for the last 5-6 years.
It's a lesson Nick learned years ago and now passes down to his children.
I think it's really important for them to know what's going on and know the fact of life, both death and life, and to be a part of the industry.
The lessons of life and death are indeed important.
Here, you walk on the path.
But what Nick teaches his kids next,
are you gonna let Oreo out tomorrow?
In the wake of a devastating storm, will likely be one of the most valuable things they carry with them.
You just pick up the pieces. You really pick up the pieces and you do your best you can.
A strong will.
Come on, sweetheart.
And the determination to get back up.
Hey, stud muffin, come on.
And they won't have to go far.
That's success.
To see what it looks like.